Hello everyone, I'm Jail Singh and welcome back to my YouTube channel Gain Knowledge. Today we are going to learn class 8 Social Science Gujarat State Board book chapter number 3 Indian Constitution. So you may have heard this word Indian Constitution from many ways. So we'll learn about Indian Constitution from the lesson number 3 of class 8. So we'll start this third lesson Indian Constitution with the help of one conversation in between children and their parents. So here some names which given. So they are watching final match of World Cup of 2011 on a TV. So who are watching? Haley, Priyansi and Sachin. They are watching the final match of World Cup 2011 on a TV with their parents. So which was exciting match which is going on between India and Sri Lanka. As we all know, the final match of World Cup in 2011 which was played in between Sri Lanka and India. So who will win the World Cup, India or Sri Lanka? The questions which arose in the mind of the students and their parents was who will win the World Cup, and India or Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka had put a challenging target for India to achieve, but win the fearless batting of the Indian captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni, India won the World Cup. Okay, so here the target which put in front of India is around 274 runs, okay, within 50 overs. But here the fearless performance which done by Mahendra Singh Dhoni in that match, and finally India was winning that match. Everyone rejoicing in victory. Haley said to her mother while watching TV, "Mummy, the previous match between England and India resulted in a tie." What does that mean? Nita Ben said. Okay, so here Haley said to her mother what she said. Previous match which played in between England and India, which was result in a tie. Tie means what? She was asking what is meaning of a tie. So her mother replied, Haley, for a popular games like a cricket, the ICC has a systematically formed rules. Okay, so what she said, that ICC means what? In which is one council, International Cricket Council. Okay, so they formed different rules for the game for a cricket. So a tie in a match means that both the team have an equal score. Okay, which means tie means what? Both teams score equal. Okay, even the games like football, hockey, kabaddi, etc. have their own set of rules. So to each game we can see they have their own set of rules. Okay, for football, hockey, kabaddi, if you'll see, so they have their own rules. Okay, for some players. Okay, if a game has so many rules, then to run the administration of a populous nation, we surely require well framed rules. Okay, so the game which is played for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, or a half an hour, 1 hour, but even they have the different rules. Okay, set of rules. So our country, which is one of the populous country, or the countries which we can see in the world which are very populous country, the more population we can see, so they surely required well framed rules. Okay, so we'll see about the Constitution of India. So now if you will see the Constitution of India, in the beginning we can see this preamble. Okay, what is it? The preamble of our Indian Constitution. So we will see that What is the preamble? We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens. Okay, the people. So the people of India, they have a solemnity, which means what? A seriousness to constitute India. Okay, they have a seriousness to constitute whole India into. Okay, how they have to constitute? So sovereign, which means prime or admirable, then socialist, which means they have to stay with societies, they have to connect with societies, then secular, which means each and every persons have right to follow their own religions, democratic and republic, which means they have power. Okay, justice, social, economic and political liberty of thoughts. So justice in what all things? Socially justice they will be getting, economic justice they will be getting, or political justice. Okay, then liberty which means a freedom. Okay, the people of India, they have a freedom of thought, freedom of expression, freedom of belief, faith and worship. Okay, then next one, equality of status and of opportunity. Okay, which means no any kind of people will discriminated or created a difference in between the poor and rich people. The all peoples, they are equal in front of the Indian constitution, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and the integrity of the nation. Okay, and to promote among them all fraternity, which means brotherhood. Okay, assuring the uh, dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. Okay, so they have to follow this principle, those who are the citizens of India. Okay, those who are accepting the constitution of India. In our constituent assembly. Okay, constituent assembly, which means what? The body which constituted or which formed this constitution. Okay, so this 26th day of November 1949 do hereby adopt an act and give to ourselves this constitution. Okay, so those who are citizen of India, okay, they were giving this constitution on 26th November 1949 to them on self. Okay, ourselves, this constitution. So we'll see what is the constitution. As systematic compilation of set of rules to run the government of a country is known as the constitution of a country. So what is the constitution? Constitution, which means a systematic completion which means what? A collection of a set of rules. Systematic collection, we can't able to see the rules which will be at some different places, it will be written. Okay, so we can see there are different parts which are given in the constitution systematically, so which is known as a constitution of the country. Constitution can be in written or unwritten form. Okay, it can be written form or it can be unwritten form. Our constitution starts with the preamble. Okay, if you will see the constitution of India, so which is start with this preamble. Now next one, how was the constitution of India formed? Okay, how it was formed. So constitution of India is a statement of national goals and aims such as democracy. What are the national goals and aim? Like democracy, socialism, secularism, national unity, etc. These are main goal to form the constitution. Okay, The Constituent Assembly was established. Okay, Constituent Assembly which was established to form a constitution. It started working from 9th December 1946. Okay, when the Constituent Assembly they was started to work to frame constitution. So remember 9th December 1946. The Constituent Assembly was formed of prominent and distinguished scholars and leaders. So here in this Constituent Assembly we can't able to see even one single person. We can't able to see many persons. They are having the same ideology. The people, those who are having different ideology, different knowledge. So they all were in this Constituent Assembly. Their political vision and foresight was incorporated in the constitution. Okay, which means their vision, the future vision and their political vision which was incorporated in this constitution. Leaders like, okay, now remember the main leaders of the Constituent Assembly like Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Sardar Patel, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, then Syam Prasad Mukherjee, Sardar Baldev Singh, etc. They provided their guidance in this Constituent Assembly while they are forming the constitution. Okay, remember the leaders which are Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Sardar Patel, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Syama Prasad Mukherjee, Sardar Baldev Singh. They all contributed, they all given their guidance. Frank Anthony represented the Anglo-Indian community. Okay, which means at that time many people from the different countries also they were coming to India and they settled here. Okay, so at that time period this Frank Anthony, he represented the all peoples, those who are from outside, and H.P. Modi represented the Parsi community, and Parsi community which was represented by H.P. Modi. The community had various constitution scholars like Aladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, K.M. Munshi, etc. Okay, such a scholar's name, okay, the wise people's name here given, which are like Aladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and K.M. Munshi. There were female members like Sarojini Naidu and Vijayalakshmi Pandit. Okay, and some female leaders or female members also were there in this Constituent Assembly. So who were the female leaders? Sarojini Naidu and Vijayalakshmi Pandit. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the president of the Constituent Assembly. Remember this answer. Who elected as the president of Constituent Assembly? So Dr. Rajendra Prasad. There were a number of sub-committees to take care of various aspects of the constitution. Okay, so while they were forming this constitution, so at that time period they have the different or number of sub-committees who were taking care of various different topics. Okay, the drafting committee which was headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar gave to the constitution its final shape. Okay, so the drafting committee, drafting which means after the discussion of all above mentioned leaders, now the drafting committee, which means they wrote all the constitution systematically. Okay, so that is the drafting committee which was headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, okay, who was the leader of a drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and he is also known as the father of a constitution. So total 166 meetings were held by the Constituent Assembly in a time period of 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. Okay. So how many meetings were held? 166. Okay. And how much time they taken to form the constitution? So 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. Okay. So after this all time they gave proper shape to the constitution. On 26th November 1949, the committee passed the constitution, which was enforced on 26th January 1950. Okay, which means on 26th November 1949, here the parliament they passed this constitution, and which was enforced on 26th January 1950. So we are celebrating 26th January as Republic Day. Okay. So in this picture you can see the creator of the constitution. Okay. The first one is Maulana Azad, Bhimrao Ambedkar, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Sarojini Naidu and Kannayalal Munshi. So why do we need a constitution? Is there any question? Why do we need constitution? What if there is no constitution? If there is no constitution in any country or in our country in India, so no country can function without a constitution. Okay, each and every country or each and every democratic country must has the constitution. A constitution serves many objectives. There are many objectives. There are many aims. Okay, it is a document which finally waves the ethos and ideas of our country. It is a document. Okay, what is a document? The constitution, which is a document which finally wave the ethos or feature and ideas of our country. So with the help of document we can see the country which is based on what principle. Okay, how to run the administration of our country. In a democratic government, democratic form of government, we elect our leaders so that they can run the administration on our behalf. Okay, if you will see in the democratic government there are 3 types of government. Okay, we all know that. Okay, dictatorship, monarchy and democratic. So the countries which are following this type of government, which type of government? Democratic. Okay, so here the people they elect leaders so that they can run the administration on the humans or the people's behalf. However, there are provisions in the constitution to check the misuse of power by the leaders. So there are many provisions given in the constitution by which the people they can check the misuse of power by the leaders. Okay. Next, salient features of our constitution. Some features which are given here. So the first one is what? Democratic rule. India has adopted the democratic system of government. Okay, in India we can see generally the democratic system. Here all peoples will participate to form a government. So India they adopted the democratic system of government. Generally elections are held in our country every 5 years. Okay, each election held after every 5 years. Citizens above the age of 18 years are eligible to cast their vote. Okay, so the citizen of India, those who are above 18 years, they can cast their vote. Okay, in the election. we cannot imagine democracy without election. Okay, if suppose there is no election in a democratic country, so we can not say that the country is democratic country. Okay, to each democratic country we can see election. People all over the country play their role in electing their representatives. Okay, so throughout the country they will electing, or peoples will electing their representatives or their leaders. Any voter of the country can contest an election irrespective of his her region, caste, class or gender. Okay, which means any citizen, any voter, okay, he may be rich, poor, and he may be from a different caste, he may be following the different religions, he may be female or male. So here they all can participate in casting vote, okay, during the elections. The elected representatives rule for 5 years. Okay, if once the people or citizen of India, they will elect one leader, so he will rule for 5 years. Every citizen enjoys the freedom to follow religion of his or her choice, as well as freedom of speech, expression and thoughts. So every citizen, they enjoy freedom to follow their religion. Okay, so as one word which we have seen in the preamble of India, okay, of the constitution. So what was there? So secular. Okay, secular, which means what? The people of India, they can follow any religion. Okay, which means secular. So they emphasized the Indian constitution, which will emphasize on secularism also. Okay, so they enjoy they can follow any religion, or they have a freedom of a speech. Okay, they can speak anything, they can express, and they can think. Okay, now next one is secularism. Okay, so what is the meaning of secularism? We'll see here. A secular nation means that the government does not conform to the norms of any particular region in its system of governance. Okay, which means here the government will never conform any religion, any norms, any rules or any regulations or any terms and conditions on the basis of religion. Okay, so citizens are not discriminated on the basis of their faith, sect or religion. So here on the basis of this their religion, here peoples will be not discriminated, which means the differences will be not created on the basis of their religion. Okay, every citizen enjoys the right to follow propagate the religion of his or her choice. Okay, every citizen of the country, they are free to follow any religion according to their choice. Next one, republic. Republic means a government that obtain power from people directly or indirectly. Okay, what is the meaning of republic? Which means a government that obtain power from people directly or indirectly. Okay, in this republic, India is one of the republic country. So in India, the peoples, they are giving power by casting vote in election and by giving vote to their leaders. They are giving power to their leaders or their representatives. So we have adopted a democratic republic system of government, which means that power are not limited in the hands of few privileged people. Okay, so in our democratic republic system of government, the power which will be not limited only for a few privileged people or few ministers, rather than it is accessible to all the citizens irrespective of their caste, class, religion or gender. Okay, each and every person or each and every citizen of India has power to select their government. Okay. Now next one, things to know. So here one important thing, important thing which is given, just see. Any common person, man, woman, be it a hacker or a vegetable vendor, can become the sarpanch of a village. For example, a mason Manjibai contested election of legislative assembly and became the member of legislative assembly, and he became a MLA. Okay, which means any citizen, any common person, it they may be man or woman, they may be rich, poor, they may be hacker, or they may be vegetable vendor. Okay, anyone they can become a sarpanch of any village. Next, here you can see the three organs of central government. Okay, so who is the head of central government or whole country? President. Okay, then this whole is divided, the central government which is divided into three organs, or this, with the help of these three organs they will govern country. Okay, the first one is legislature, second one is executive, and third one is judiciary. Okay, so one by one I will tell what is legislature, executive, and judiciary. Legislature which means what? Law making body. Okay, legislature will make law. So in the central government, parliament, or in this parliament we can see there are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, Lok Sabha which is also known as a lower house, and Rajya Sabha which is also known as a upper house. So this one is a law making body at the central government. Okay, second one, executive which means what? They will ensure that the laws which made by legislature, they are followed by people or not. Okay, so who will take care about it? Executive. Okay, who will comes under this one? Prime Minister and Council of a Minister. Okay, they will look that the rules which made by legislature, which are followed by peoples or not. And the third one is a judiciary. Okay, judiciary will give justice. Okay, and at central level we can see Supreme Court. Now next, state government. So who is the head of the state government? Governor. Okay, remember. Then as to the central government, here also we can see three organs: legislature, executive, and judiciary. So at the state level we can see state government, legislative assembly, Vidhan Sabha or Vidhan Parishad. Okay, these two houses we can see, one Vidhan Sabha and some of have a Vidhan Parishad. Then next one, executive, chief minister and council of ministers. Okay, local administration like panchayat will be there under executive, then municipal corporation will be there under executive, or municipal boards will be there. Okay, now next one is judiciary, which means a law making body. So at the state level we can see high court. Okay, which is which will give justice according to the state. Now we can see to each state wise there is a high court, district court, and subordinate court, which will be followed by judiciary. So here we can see functions of government. Okay, here this government will implement the laws on the peoples. Okay, so at the beginning here peoples, they will elect their leaders, then their elected people, which means representatives, will make law. Okay, here they make law, and then the government, they will implement law on the people of their country or of their state. Okay, so which is the functions of the government. So, legislature, executive and judiciary are the organs of government. Okay, how many organs are here? To each government, 3 organs. Okay, legislature, executive and judiciary, which are the organs of the government. Legislature makes law. What is the work of legislature? They will make a law. Executive, with the help of civil service of officers, implements the laws. So here executive, which means they will implement the laws which made by legislature, okay, with the help of civil service officers. And at the last, judiciary. Judiciary makes people follow the laws and does not work of providing justice, okay, which means here if suppose any people those who breaks law, okay, so here executive will bring them to judiciary and judiciary will give justice to the people those who broke the law, okay. Now next one, federal state. What is federal state? India is one of the federal state. There is a distribution of a subject on which the central or the state government can frame law. Federal, which means here a step wise, okay, like if you will see, so central government is at the top, then state government after central government, and at the third level local self government, okay. So laws framed by this there are 3 such list, okay. The first one is union list, second one is a state list and a concurrent list. Remember how many lists are there in federal state? So there are total 3 lists. First one union, state and concurrent. Laws framed by the central government are applicable to the entire nation, okay. If the laws which made by the central government, okay, by union government or central government, which will be applicable for every person of the country or for the entire nation, okay. If a state government will make law, so the laws will be applicable to only that state. For example, Maharashtra state government, they are framing one law, okay, related to education or related to traffic rules. So the laws or the law which made by the Maharashtra government, that law which will be applicable only for Maharashtra, okay, not for Madhya Pradesh, Goa or Gujarat and other states. But union government or central government will make laws that are applicable to the entire nation. And the last one is the fundamental rights. So now what is the fundamental rights? Fundamental rights of Indian citizens are provided by the Constitution of India that was adopted on the 26th November in the year of 1949, but was put in use of the 26th of January 1950. Okay, so the constitution which was passed on 26th November 1949 and which was enforced on 26th January 1950, in this constitution given some fundamental rights, major fundamental rights. So the fundamental rights of Indian citizen guarantee that the residents of the land can lead a peaceful life as long as they inhabit the country, okay, which means here this fundamental rights which will guarantee to the people of India or the people those who are living in India to lead a peaceful life as long as they will live in a country. The individual fundamental rights of Indian citizens are most of the time similar in all the democratic countries, okay. So the fundamental rights which are same throughout the countries, okay, which are similar. The individual fundamental rights to Indian citizens include the following. So here given total 5 individual fundamental rights. The first one is equality before the law. Okay, so if any law which made by legislature which is applicable for each and every person, okay, he may be poor or rich, he may be from a different religion, he or she may be the from a different family background. Okay, so the laws which made by the government which are applicable for each and every citizen, okay, which are equal for every people. Second one, freedom of religion. Here each and every people they can follow any religion according to their choice. Third one, freedom of association and peaceful assembly. Here the peoples they can assemble peacefully, they can conduct associations at one place. Okay, then fourth one, freedom of speech and expression. Okay, if suppose the peoples they have some opinions regarding to the present government, okay, so they can speak about them, they can express about them. Okay, so sometimes we can see some rallies, dharnas which are held by the people to protest against some governments. And the last one is right to constitution, remedies for the protection of civil rights. Okay, so this right will protect to the people when the above mentioned rights will taken from the people. Okay, for example, anyone will forced to follow religion to anyone. Okay, so according to this last one fundamental right, right to constitutional remedies for the protection of civil rights, here according to this fundamental right they can go to court, okay, and they can get justice. So here we completed lesson number 3, Indian Constitution, okay, about preamble, about some salient features and fundamental rights. Okay, I hope you understand this whole lesson completely. If you have any doubt, so you can write your doubt in the comment box. If you like this video, so just like. If you are new on this channel, just subscribe this channel and click the bell icon to get my new uploaded videos. Thank you for watching.